Assalamu alaikum. This video contains some duas or like Islamic terms which you can use or read before you start studying. So this video actually contains some surahs from the Quran or from the Hadith, which will be beneficial for you if you are struggling to study hard. Then, Assalamu alaikum, Sidratul Montaha, and in this channel we talk about real life problems we face, mistakes that we make, and the lessons that we learn from those. So in this video I'll be talking about some of the points which are like what is the best time to study, then how you can make a timetable, not how, like why timetable is needed or how you can do it, and then how you can prepare for your task, then dua for studying hard, dua to read before you sit for studying, etc. This type of things or sections will be there in this video. So I hope you will enjoy this, and let's start. The first point to start with is choosing a place for study. Now you have to start your study with the name of Allah, which is actually what we read in Islamic, like in Arabic, which is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And this actually means in English is that I'm starting in the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most beloved, or the most gracious. Sorry. So that's actually the main meaning behind the Arabic term. So if you are watching and you are a non-Muslim, then you can just read the the English term, which stands for the Arabic term Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So if you can't read the Arabic term, if you are non-Muslim, then you can just go through the English one, and you have to remember that the motive behind reading this thing or reading this Islamic term is that I am ready to start studying in the name of Allah, who is the most merciful and the most gracious. So Allah Almighty, please help me to go through my contexts. So that is the main term behind this meaning. So after reading this, you have to choose a place to study, or you can choose a place to study first and then go read this. So how you can choose choose a place to study, which is I have a specific place in my room, like in my study room, where I study. I can concentrate or focus for a longer time. So you have to yourself, no one's going to do that for you. You have to yourself find out which corner of the place of your house is the most peaceful one, the most calm one, and you can actually concentrate or focus for a longer time there and study hard. So that thing you have to find yourself. And I have some places, I have to travel to the capital city, and I have to stay in in other house which is really close to my university. So in that place I cannot study longer because I am still not adapted to that place. So for that reason I have to really practice or experiment how I can easily get adapted to a new place to study. So that's up to me. No one's going to do that for me. So for that reason, you need Almighty for obvious reasons. We all need Almighty, the one and only. So the next point is about what's the best time to study in a day. So according to my opinion, which is the best time to study in a day is the morning time, because at that time no one is there to distract you from your study, and then no one is there to disturb you or just call you for, yes, lunch is there and dinner is ready, come and eat. No one's going to be there for you. You and only you will be studying and focusing on your lessons. So for that reason, morning time is the best. And for non-Muslims who are not you guys don't get up for Fajr prayer, then obviously you should get up for doing exercises. After doing exercise, you can just sit for study. And for the Muslim ones who are praying the Fajr prayer, and the Muslims who are done with their Fajr prayer, you can just study after that. All right, because that time is the most the holiest time of the day, because at the time the birds chirps, then there is no bad air or any type of sound pollution coming from. So for that reason you can study, you can choose that study time. And at the evening time, there are some people who can focus or concentrate on their lessons in the evening time. I have some friends who can really study hard at the night time, 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. So that's okay. if you are adapted to that, and if you can really work hard at that time, that's really fine. But if you want to like do some memorization tasks, then you can do that in the morning, because that time is really peaceful. No one is there to disturb you. So you can try or experiment on yourself whether you are adapted or you are like good for that time or not. So but according to my case, morning time is the best for memorization. And if you want to do active recall or spaced repetition on your study, and in one of my video like study effectively, how to study effectively, you can check out on the I button above. I have talked about the spaced repetition and active recalling technique, which is like the best techniques ever I have seen for like studying hard. So you can just do those techniques in the evening time. It's about making a timetable, which is really necessary for you. But I myself still don't get which way is the perfect way for studying. Like I don't know the perfect way to make a timetable, but till I found this way, which I have mentioned in one of my vlog, and you can watch that. But that's a kind of revision timetable, but still you can use that for like normal timetable, general timetable, which is like you have to write the dates, sorry, not the dates, you have to write the 7 days of the months of the week of a week, and then you have to write the timing, like from morning 8 a.m. to night like 8 or 9 or 11, whatever you wish. So you have to write those on the columns and rows dividing, and you have to write on which time you are going to study, like which course or which lesson. So that's one way I have seen like works for myself. Otherwise I have other apps where I write down my tasks, like Todoist or like Fantastical app, which I have downloaded newly. And it is really good because in the calendar portion I can easily see on which day I have to do which lesson or which course. So that's, I exactly don't know the perfect way for making a timetable, I'm sorry. But you can also check out other videos on YouTube. There are so many videos available for like making the perfect way which works for you. For this reason, for like fixing your purpose for study, you can absolutely take help from the Almighty. And the dua here in Arabic is little bit big. I haven't memorized it yet, but I can give the dua in a PDF form in the description. You can just download from there. I will absolutely give that dua in a PDF form. All right, so you can download the dua from there. And I will be now reading the English meaning of the dua, so that you can easily like set your mind like reading after that, reading the meaning. So the meaning is like, oh Allah, I seek refuge in you from knowledge which does not benefit, from a heart that does not entertain the fear of Allah, from a soul that is not satisfied, and the supplication that is not answered. So absolutely this meaning tells us that you shouldn't go for such a knowledge which does not benefits you. So for that reason you have to seek like refuge from Almighty. All right, so this is one dua, and the next dua is about for preparing your task. Now the dua that I will be mentioning is for preparing your task. This dua has to be read before you take your book in hand and just go through the pages. So this dua is really simple for Muslim brothers and sisters, but I will also go through the English term so that the non-Muslims can also easily read that. So the dua that is the easiest of all time is Auzubillah minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So this is the Arabic term, and the English term or the English meaning behind this dua is, I seek refuge in Allah from the accursed shaitan, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Because shaitan is always there to just twink and disturb us in our like most important works. So you have to seek refuge from Allah the Almighty to just stay like you have to stay safe from shaitan while you are doing something important. So that's the main thing. Then the dua that comes is for study, which is also one of my favorite because it's the easiest one ever. And this stands in the Arabic term, which is Rabbi Zidni Ilman. So this is a short, but it also has other part which I will explain later. And this meaning in English stands, my Lord, increase me in knowledge. So I hope you have got the meaning. And here is also the other part, which is Rabbi shrahli sadri wassirli amri wahlul ugdatan min lisani yafkahu qawli. So I know this is a bit hard for like I don't know whether you know this or not, but there's also meaning behind this dua, which is, "Oh my sustainer, open up my heart and make my task easy for me, and loosen the knot from my tongue so that they might fully understand my speech." So this dua was mentioned by one of my mentor, my childhood mentor. So she told me about this dua because I used to stammer a lot. I also stammer like sometime these days. So you can read this dua because this has the meaning, which is loosen the knot from my tongue. So this also this dua has a like a theme behind about one of our nabis. So I really don't know that like complete story, so I'm unable to explain that now. But this was all for today's video, and I hope you have found this video extremely informative, because one of my like audience or subscriber has commented like on one of my video that she wants a video on Islamic study. So I think this you found really useful, this one. I will also try to make a part 2 of this video, but till today it's the end of today's video, and I hope you have enjoyed. If you are new to this channel, you can easily subscribe or hit the subscribe button if you want to see this channel to grow, and like inshallah. And stay safe. Assalamu alaikum.